Uh, my heart is very like the floating.
My heart is like.
Uh, because my children have a lot of summer camp.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of things to play to fun, and my heart is very floating.
Is like 14. So,
Floating. FLOAT. Floating.
I'm sorry, FOL?
FLOAT.
Oh, float.
Float. Float. Yeah. Float.
Okay, so you feel your heart is like floating.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I like that. Why? Why did you say that it's like floating?
Because the status is not very stable to thinking about the office things.
I know.
Every
Okay.
day I want to play with my child
Mm-hmm.
to see their summer camp like the soccer or like the writing
Mm-hmm.
and swimming. Yeah,
Wow. They have a lot of activities.
yeah. Because if they stay at home,
Mm-hmm.
they just want to play the. They just want to watch TV
Mm-hmm.
or play the iPad.
Okay.
Or we plan a lot of activity for their summer vacation.
Okay. So do they like it also, even though you decided to, to enroll them to, swimming? Uh,
Say my son has a two class.
mhm,
One is the soccer, the
mhm.
football class, and in the afternoon he he went to the writing class.
Now, the writing class that your son is attending, is that Chinese writing class or is it in English?
Chinese writing.
Ah, Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese is very difficult.
Yeah, I know that. It's like yeah, because my future brother-in-law, he stayed already in Taiwan for almost 14 years.
Oh,
And
the young man in your Facebook picture.
yes, yes.
Oh,
And he can only read the basic Chinese character, but not the entire, word. And he said that it's really hard.
yeah, very
Ah,
more
okay.
than other language. And if you say the young men in
Mm-hmm.
Taiwan, they also not well on writing skill.
Oh, okay. So how how or how did you say that young men in Taiwan are not really good in writing?
Because mm, they need to learn a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, In when I studied the Chinese in the in the junior high school,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we practice every day.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's the computer age.
Mm-hmm.
They just play the computer. They
Mm,
try to typing, not writing. I think it's the difference. the writing you need to think a lot in the writing.
Okay.
But if you only for typing,
Mm-hmm.
they just very quickly.
Okay. But I observed that some of the, taxi drivers that uh, we rode, they still practice the Chinese writing, because whenever we tell them our destination, they will write it on their cell phone. It's like literary writing. They are not typing, of course, they're driving, but they just have to write it, as fast as they
Mm-hmm.
can, so that the map will show them the direction.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think they use that to translate it into English, just like my brother-in-law.
Mm.
Yeah, he will copy the Chinese character, so for example on the bill, and then he will translate it into English.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you can understand, let's say, the address.
Okay.
Yeah, because when me and Michelle and the other students that we met, I asked him where is this Amber, the
Mm-hmm.
place or the restaurant, and um, Jason, one of my students, just share me where is the address, but it is in Chinese character. Just like how you send me the address for the Starbucks. So
Mm-hmm.
it's actually in Chinese character. So I asked him if he knows this place, and
Mm.
he just wanted to be sure. So what he do is copy it from Google and then write it on his cell phone and then translate it.
Yeah, but now it's very good in Google Translate, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So that's also very convenient for us, or even just for my future brother-in-law, so that they could understand those
Mm-hmm.
Chinese words. So as early as now, your son is already practicing or learning how to write Chinese character, right?
Right. But
Mm,
you
okay.
need to practice. I think. I think need to practice. Mm, I spent 12 years
Mm-hmm.
to to make my Chinese writing skill more better.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I
12 years. Yeah.
Wow, 12 years. So whenever
twelve
you
year. Yeah.
write Chinese character, is it like the same with the Japanese, wherein they have to start from right to left? If you're gonna read.
Now mm, we also we need to write it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chinese is better in writing and reading, not better for listen. I think it's very different with
Mm.
the English.
Yeah, so if you're gonna write, you start from right to left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, even if you're gonna read. Okay, wow. I really,
Yeah, very,
I am really impressed with a Chinese character, because, just a simple character, there's a lot of meaning, or it's like, it's already a complete sentence.
yeah, a lot of means.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Um,
So when did you start, or how old are you when you start learning to write Chinese?
writing. You mean writing?
Yes.
In the start, we always start at the A, A o'clock. A how to?
No, how old when you start learning? How old are you?
Um, 8 years old.
Wow.
I start to learn writing. It's from 8 years old.
Okay, wow. So you're saying is that so right now, does your son can read Chinese character or no?
Yes, he can. He can write some like maybe the 300 words,
Okay.
300 words character,
But can he write? Oh, he can just
not
read.
character.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Wow. So it's like you have sometimes to memorize the
right.
character.
Yeah, right. 300. I said essay, essay.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So if I'm planning to learn, it will gonna take me maybe not just 12 years. I think it's more than. Well, anyways, I'm just gonna perfect.
Because
Uh,
it's
mhm,
very, yeah, it's very important
mhm,
if you really want to learn about like math or something social, to say sociality, math or sociality. You
mm,
need to really read it,
mhm,
understand it, and write something out.
mhm,
So it's very important. So I let my students in the writing
mhm,
outside.
mhm. Okay. All right. Wow. So, of course, that's very different from your culture towards the culture of other, you know, country, just like here in the Philippines. We don't need to learn, those characters. It's just simple, the international way to write.
Really?
Yeah. But
Okay.
but right
Oh,
now we were forced to learn our own mother tongue. They call it mother tongue. It's just like, so for you guys, do you have this?
mother tongue?
Yeah, we called it mother tongue.
How to spell mother?
Yeah, the word mother and then the word tongue.
And tongue.
I'm gonna type it here on page 32 or here on the chat box. So mother tongue, it's the same with dialect or a language. So this is based on my place.
Yeah, yeah.
So for example,
Native language, right?
yeah. So just like, yeah, the native language. So just like here, but of course that depends on your place or on what province or county you are. So in my place, our
You know, some.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, go
hmm
ahead.
In my schools,
Mhm.
in my son's school, they will have some tests
Mhm.
like the math.
Okay.
I think it's very hard to understand the writing because it's used the very uh, hard words.
Wow.
So you maybe you understand how to count it,
Mhm.
but you don't know the description, so you cannot answer the question.
Okay.
You know, you know what I mean?
Yes, I understand.
maybe your math is very good, but you don't understand the question because your Chinese is very bad. So
Oh,
some
okay.
children, they a good student in senior high school.
Mm-hmm.
But when they grow up, they they need to know more Chinese, but they don't high in the past,
Mm-hmm.
so they will very hard to enhance their math skill.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, it's really different, if you just need to understand it based on if it's written in English, right? Compared to if it's written in Chinese.
Yeah.
But so for you, how are you gonna rate your skills when it comes to writing Chinese? So let's say 10 being the highest.
Yeah. Pardon?
So if you're gonna rate your writing skills in Chinese, so what is
Mm-hmm.
your score? 10 being the highest.
Higher. How to spell?
So 10 is the highest score. So if you will
Um,
rate your skills in writing Chinese, what is your score? 10 being the highest.
you skill right now. Mm, you mean how to what condition to measure the scoring 10,
No.
right?
It's just like you will measure
No.
how good are you in writing Chinese. So, can you say that you are
Oh,
really an expert already in writing Chinese? So your score would be 10, perfect 10. That's the highest score.
okay. I think my skill maybe 8.
Okay, so why it's just 8? Why not 9 or 10?
Mm, because mm, I think I perfect in modern Chinese,
Mm-hmm.
but the old style, you know, the more beautiful and the more old style is not my how to say it. I'm not good for the old style, the like the beautiful writing,
Mm-hmm.
like
Wow, so
like the poetry. I cannot write the poetry.
okay. But there's a place in Taiwan wherein they actually practice writing poetry, right? I think those are monks.
Mm-hmm. We must write some for business,
Mm-hmm.
monk,
Mm-hmm.
monk,
Yeah, these monks are, they are bald.
monks,
Yeah. Do you know what is monks?
monks,
Mm-hmm.
monk, like mm, monk, the Buddhist?
Yes, they are Buddhist.
Okay.
So these are
Hmm?
monks. I think
Mm.
I'm not sure if it's in Taiwan or if that is in China, because there's a certain place wherein these monks are actually writing poetry on the floor.
Yes, have some very famous
Mm-hmm.
monks. They I like writing some poetry.
And what place is that in Taiwan?
Mm, the famous,
Mm-hmm.
some 正眼
That's the place.
um, the 慈济
Is there a place in Taiwan?
in Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the 慈济. 慈济 is the organized 一个organized for
Mm.
pudding organized. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Ah, it's an organization.
You can see the link.
Yes.
Yeah. So he has a master 真言.
Okay.
Mm. She write a lot of. She say a lot of like the chicken soup.
Mm.
You know
Okay.
chicken soup.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Very short, maybe 10 or 15 words to which you
Mm-hmm.
um, have the
Okay. So, okay. So the reason why we are discussing this because this is still part of Taiwanese culture. If you remember what we've been discussing on your book, it's about the Indian culture, right? Do you still remember?
so I'm not open the I'm not yet to open the book.
Okay, so would you like to
I can find the link now.
would you like to discuss or
You
continue
can
discussing the book? I sent it.
uh, okay. Hmm?
Oh, hold
The
on.
book link.
Okay, hold on. It's showing on Chinese already. I copied it, but were you able to open? I sent it on Skype.
No, I'm not. No, no.
Okay, so well, anyways, so once we've discussed or we're done discussing world culture or about Indian culture,
Hmm?
then we will move to your
Hmm?
new book.
Pardon.
So once we're done,
Pardon. You type the link. Um, did you have the? Oh, okay, I see.
I don't know
Wow.
why was it changed into Chinese.
But it's
We're able to open?
okay. Okay. Yes.
Okay. I don't know what happened. Maybe because I opened the link
The
that you
page
shared.
20.
Page
Yeah.
34.
34.
Yeah. So two
Okay.
pages more, then we will move on to your new book.
Yeah. Page 40. Yep. Mm, mm, mm.
Okay. So,
Mhm.
does the Indian culture, do you have any idea if they also have like this kind of culture, like just like writing in Chinese?
Hmm? Chinese song.
I think none, right? Or
Hmm.
do they
You
have?
mean no? Okay. We just write something to know about the Indian.
Okay.
We don't have the practice for about the Chinese, China
Mm,
or Chinese.
the Chinese, just like in China. Okay. But I think
Chinese.
they have this ancient writing. So it's called ancient. So this is, do you know this word? Ancient?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they have also an ancient writing, but right now or this current time, I think they're no longer practicing. They have their own writing style also.
Mm-hmm.
So I send a photo. So we're able to see it on Skype. I send it on Skype, the photo.
Yeah.
Okay. So they
What, what's
also
this?
have, that's the Indian writing, see?
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they also have their own writing. However, they are no longer practicing right now.
Mm-hmm.
But for you guys,
Yeah.
you still used it, you know. And my brother-in-law actually mentioned to me that before, when he went to Taiwan, he said that when he took the TRA train, he said that everything are
Mm-hmm.
actually written in Chinese. So it's like, but the good thing right now, there is a translation in English.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
Mm.
the, you know, what I like there is that even if you take the bus, it will tell you what place you are now, right? Or the place that you just passed. So what village or what community, and that's actually very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very convenient in Taipei.
It is. Especially your transportation. At first when we took the MRT, so we just familiarize ourselves with the red line. Yeah, but then sometimes we get confused on our very first time to take the train. We don't know if it is going to Tamsui or if it's going to going to Taipei 101, that direction. Yeah. So, but it's good because when we were able to ask some Taiwanese passenger, they will tell me, oh, you have to take this or you have to take this. They're very helpful. But for some, they cannot answer back in English. For some. So, so what I have to do is to type it on my cell phone and show it to them. So, yeah.
No.
Even if I go to the market, when I about to buy a vegetable, it's like they're telling me the amount, but I don't know, of course, it's in Chinese. So, there is this Taiwanese old man, he told me that it's $50. So, okay, thank you. Because the vendor doesn't know how to say it in English. But for some, they will type it on their calculator. Yeah.
Yeah, in Taiwan it's very friendly.
Yes.
We won't run away. It's a Taiwanese culture.
Yeah.
We like to help the laborer. But in Chinese, it's not like this. If you using the English, they will run away.
What do you mean? If it's in China?
Chinese. In Japanese.
Japanese or Chinese. Okay.
Japanese. Because I like to travel in Japanese. If I using the English, they will all run away. Keep you away.
Okay, so what will you do if that's if you always experience that? What do you do?
We need to using the Google Translate and using the Chinese Translate to Japanese.
Oh yeah.
If we using the English, they will respond you the Japanese.
It's funny.
And the wrong way.
Okay.
But in some big city in Japan, they hire a lot of Chinese students. So they will call their help. They will call help. Then the Chinese student to translate.
Okay, I understand. Okay. Yeah, I observed that. But then at the immigration in Taiwan, most of the staff there are speaking or they talk to us in Taiwanese. Even I don't know if he's a guard or staff, for example, or when we were waiting for our turn to pass the immigration, so you have to fall in line, and if you're next, then this staff will ask us to move on what staff we will go through or what immigration staff we will go to. and he's talking to us in Taiwanese, and we don't know what he's saying.
Really? Really?
Yes.
The MRT stuff?
No, not
Or
at the airport, not at the MRT, at the airport.
Airport?
And, yes, at the
Airport
airport. Yep. And since we're not moving, or the ladies in front of us are not moving, what he just do is that he just, do body gesture, or yeah, and then he asks us to move. So, well, of course, we have the idea already. When he point that we have to move, then it means that we're next. So there.
So you look like Taiwanese?
Yes. Some of them.
So they.
Yeah, some of them will not talk to us in Chinese. I mean in English. Even the staff in Costco, she's been talking to us in Taiwanese, and then my sister-in-law told.
You are a Taiwanese, I think.
And then my sister.
You look like yeah.
Okay. She said that English, and then the staff already just go away. She left us. Yeah, okay. So those are funny experience, but it's actually very cool. But overall, my experience in Taiwan is very, very nice. I would definitely recommend. You know what? When we go back, I have several friends who went to Taiwan also. Because the free visa was actually extended, right? So yeah, so I have a lot of friends who also went to.
How about your daughter?
Wow, my daughter, she loves Taiwan.
Huh?
It's like she's not in a different place. Every time, in the morning, hey, come on, let's go out. We will take the train. And then she was just like very happy, and we're gonna say, wow, we're gonna take the train. Yeah, she's very excited every day. Especially the park. In Tonghua Street, or along that, I think the Starbucks we're supposed to meet, there is a park beside it, and every time we pass there, my daughter always saw the park, and she will ask, Mommy, can I play? It's actually very convenient. Every place that we go, there's always a park. And on our very last day, the day before our flight, even though I'm already very tired, I really went to the park. Yeah, they have a very wide playground. So we went there, me and my daughter. So I asked her to play there.
It's a lot of park for child.
Yeah.
And it's free.
It is. I also like the park near what's that? The expo in Mingguan? Mingguan?
Minquan. Yeah, Minquan.
Yeah, there is a very nice park there. It's like the ground is green, but it's not really grass, but it's very child-proof. It's very safe for children. So even the floor or the ground in the park, it looks like it's tiles or it's like cement, but it's actually like plastic. It's like rubber. So if the child will fall, it will not hurt a lot because the ground is not the stone. So I really like it. Enjoyed it a lot.
I don't see you have been Dan Forest Park.
We're supposed.
Dan Forest Park.
Yeah, we're supposed to go there, but it's in the afternoon, it started to rain. Even my daughter, if it did not rain, she will not she will not get away from playing. So we went there.
Have the big area for children.
Yes. She loves it. She's been running all around and
They have the same thing or something children can run, play one whole day.
yes, there's even sand wherein they could play sand. So there's even very loud music, nursery rhymes for kids. Wow, I like it. Even the birds, the dove, the pigeon, like you said, there's a lot of pigeon there also. And my daughter keeps on chasing them.
You mean the young guy said memory hole?
Yeah, my daughter wanted to run after. Oh, not in Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall? Yeah, there's a lot of pigeon there too, but
Young guy.
So anyways, it's really very cool. I enjoyed a lot. So there. So going back to our discussion, so Indian culture, they also have their ancient writing style, but it's no longer being practiced. Maybe for some, they're still writing, but it's not that already, unlike in your place or in your country. Okay, so next. So we will skip this part because there is no actually a video attached to your book. But we'll just have, this is glossary, or it's like vocabulary words also. Can you just read this?
Okay. Colonial times. The time when the British governed India.
Again.
Station.
This one.
Government.
Governed.
Governed.
Governed. So it's like the British take over India before. They have a control of India. So I'm gonna add again, govern. Okay. All right.
Next is the station master, the manager at railway station.
Okay.
Porter, a person who helps passengers with their bags.
Okay.
Prediction, a guess about the future.
All right. So station master, I haven't encountered this also when we went to Hsinchu, because we thought that we got lost or we missed another station. Because the map that was given to me, so it's like there are 2 more trains before Huko. So that's our destination. But from Fugang to Huko, there are still 2 stations. It's Shinfu and I forgot the other station. So we thought we took the wrong train. So I asked the station master, or it's the staff. They say that it's a good thing that the staff or the station master speak in the English, because for some they don't actually speak in English. And he's actually very kind, and he explained to us that before we go to Huko, there are 2 more stations. So we have to take the train again. So there, it's kind of funny. So it's just us. My brother-in-law has a work, so he cannot accompany us going to Hsinchu. So there.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, we
So you go to Hsinchu by yourself?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he just told us what train, uh, send me a map. So there, yeah. But it's cool. It's a very nice experience actually.
Because the train is a different system with the MRT.
Yeah, it is.
It's very different.
So at MRT, they told me that one of the rule is that they avoid to eat inside MRT.
Yep.
But in TRA, I think you can eat.
Yes.
But I'm just afraid that because I saw an old lady. She was actually eating, and my daughter is asking for food because it's sweet.
Yeah, it's okay to eat, and they sell some eating.
Yeah.
Some food.
Yes.
For travelers on the TI.
But still, I did not let my daughter eat inside the train. Yeah. Okay. So, do you have any questions with these terms or these words?
No.
All right. So, just to practice, can you use colonial times in a sentence?
A sentence?
Yes. Yes, please.
Taiwan also. Taiwan. Very difficult to make the sentence.
All right. So right now, or so for now, I'm gonna give this a homework. So use all four vocabulary words into sentence. Okay.
Colonial times very difficult.
Or you could just use the word colonial. You can remove times. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Because on the definition, the time. So you could just use the word colonial. Anyways. All right. So do you have any questions for me before we end the class tonight?
No.
Alrighty. So see you next Monday.
Okay.
Alrighty. Have a great evening, Hector. Bye now.
Bye.